palatable. We know that things are moving much quicker now, and there is a weight of responsibility with this knowledge. We are being asked to let go of it all. All that we thought we were, all that we identify with, and all the limitations we have put on ourselves. Some are feeling deep depression and anxiety. This can be due to feeling the pull of the higher timeline while pieces within are still operating from a lower perspective. This is causing all that we have not completely healed within to be pulled up at a deeper level. It is the time we clear up all that we were not ready to face before. It can feel like torture until you realize that it can be the final goodbye to that pain if you are willing. Others are finding the need for quiet and stillness. There is much shifting within, and the deep changes require patience. It is a fascinating time, as some are finding that their guides are backing off to allow for the integration of the higher self. Others are finding their higher self embedding deeply, and this is allowing access to greater contact within the universe. It is as if a quarantine has been lifted and access to all has gotten much stronger. This is the time of disclosure. While it isn't out there yet, it is happening within. It is time we own all of our stuff, all of our dysfunction, and most importantly our stories. Spiritual teachings tell us that we must not identify with our stories, that they are simply illusions. Yet, I am reminded of Sananda saying to look at your life and call it an illusion is to negate the incredible work you have done. What I am coming to understand is that we need to honor our stories, but let the emotions that tie them to us go. Our stories, our history, what has happened to us, are what has shaped us into who we are now. Often it is through difficult life experiences that we grow the most. We have been forged, purified, and strengthened in the fire. It is understanding that you can honor your stories without having them limit your perception of all that you are. When we are unable to let go of the emotions that we attach to events in life, these can then become part of our identity and secure us firmly into a reality we don't want to be in. Releasing these emotions can be much like the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Except, it is crucial to add forgiveness and the releasing of judgments we have of self and others. We cannot wish away the truth behind our experiences with positivity and love and light. We must feel it, own it, and then and only then can we release it. Looking at the Number Metta movement, where women are admitting to being sexually harassed or abused, we can see where people are moving into the stages of release. We can see where some are admitting things for the first time publicly, for others it gives an outlet to release anger and sadness. There is also a grouping that is saying Number Metta, and in those simple words, they realize that the events no longer hold power over them. Each person needs to be allowed their process, and it doesn't matter how messy it may seem. If you haven't been able to release it yet, now is the time to honor those emotions and how they have changed you, for the good and bad. Release all judgments and set yourself free. There is an external energetic push to heal all of this now. Allow the energies to help you leave behind the pain of your stories and turn them into your story of triumph and overcoming. All change happens from within. What I have come to understand is this not only means within ourselves but within institutions, belief systems, and concepts. I came to this understanding while discussing the education system with my highest self in regards to my 9-year-old daughter. I have offered to homeschool her or to find a school that is better suited for sensitive children. Her answer to me has been the same since she was 5. Mom, that is where I need to be. There are moments when I know she is speaking from a higher wisdom, and I simply have to trust even if I don't understand it. I turned to my team for understanding, and they explained that all change happens from within. This does not apply to just within the person but within institutions like schools, government, healthcare, and even concepts such as how women are treated in this society. This is one reason that so many are feeling the pressure to get back out there. It is time to shine the light in all areas of life on earth and allow change to happen. It is time to see where each of us has played a part in what has been created and help fix it by simply shining the light in our truth. We are also being asked to let go of the ways that we have identified ourselves on this spiritual journey. I remember merging with Archangel Raphael and my guides telling me, "Don't identify with this, for you are so much more." As we awaken and find our 3D identity stripped, we can cling on to new identities. These also must go as we step into the new. It is not that it is a problem to claim yourself as a light worker or however you define yourself, as long as you understand that is an extremely limited definition of all that you are in your totality. We are being asked to let go of the box we were put in or that we created for ourselves and to instead experience all that we are. While it is a challenging time energetically, physically, and collectively, we are being asked to let go of all resistance we still have and simply let go. This was illustrated for me during a lucid dream. I was on a whale watching boat and the seas were extremely rough. I was standing on the back of the boat with another person when a huge wave came and knocked us off. We hit the water just as a whirlpool was created and we were being sucked down. I looked over and the other person was fighting with all his strength to not be sucked under. I began to fight as well when my higher self says, "Stop fighting, you have a life jacket on." So I stopped, took in a big breath and allowed myself to be pulled deep below the sea. The suction began to ease, the sea began to calm. I opened my eyes to see whales swimming nearby as I began to rise towards the surface. I looked over to see that the person who had fallen off the boat with me, had lost all his air and had died in the struggle. I reached the surface, took a giant breath of glorious air and saw the sun shining brightly. I heard my higher self say, "All of you have life jackets, stop resisting and allow it to help you." Upon returning from this vision, I asked my higher self what she meant by "we all have life jackets," and she said that the soul's natural disposition is to always rise to the light. It is our life jacket. Feel your life jacket and know that even though you may feel like you are being sucked under, that you will rise again. Your soul knows no other way. Sending you all lots of love and calm seas.